modern, freshly milled lumber. And so we're always looking for new suppliers, especially for redwood. And our customers want to know that that redwood's grown in forests that are managed in a modern, environmentally friendly way. But how often do we actually think about where that material comes from? A few weeks back, we went up to Northern California to visit Humboldt Redwood Company. They're the largest supplier of redwood in the world today. And it turns out they've got quite an operation. And not only that, they're really into sustainable logging. They put a lot of effort into maintaining the integrity of the environment and making sure that the redwood that's grown in the forest today is a renewable resource.
So this is one of the nurseries where our trees are grown.
Right now we're at a nursery for Humboldt Redwood Company, and it's where they grow all their little seedlings and get them prepared to just replant the forest after they log them.
This is our temperature-controlled room, our baby zone, if you will. They will have their lifespan in here for about maybe a month. These are about 2 weeks old.
Are they pretty fragile right now?
Very fragile. That's kind of why we have it in an enclosed area. Subject to wind, watering regimes, and nutrition is actually what we're really focusing on in here. So this is kind of the end result here. They're a one-year-old tree that will be extracted and boxed up and sent out to the forest to be planted.
The company manages over 228,000 acres of forest land. Back in the old days, they used to clear cut the forest from the old growth timber, but they don't do that stuff anymore. The Humboldt Redwood Company tell us they do a lot of selective logging, and I'd like to see that firsthand, because then I'm going to be able to tell my customers that the products and materials that we use and the tree houses we make come from responsibly managed forests, and that's a pretty important thing to me.
When you get to be able to be in God's country and seeing all of this operation happening, it's amazing.
You got the guys down on the hill bucking the logs, and then they choke them and drag them all the way up the mountain on a cable.
These guys are in pretty good shape. They run around so good, and then they got corks on. It's kind of a no-slip guarantee, and it's a metal point on it. It screws into the bottom of your boot, and it sticks into everything.
Everybody's got to stand in a safe place.
Right.
They're swinging around these logs that weigh probably 5,000 to 10,000 pounds. You get in the wrong spot for 2 seconds and you're dead.
They communicate with a series of whistles.
The red thing that everybody's wearing is called a talkie tutor.
1 beep means everybody stops. 2 beeps mean that they got the choker set. 3 beeps mean that they're going to bring it up the hill.
And then the loader grabs them, separates them in sizes. And then the trucks come in here, they load the trucks, but it's all one motion. You guys never stop. It's all happening at the same time. Now, they take that timber and turn it into lumber down at the mill. What's cool about this is you can't tell where they log. Woo!
All right.
A lot of green.
This trip is really cool from Daniels Woodland's perspective because we don't just use reclaimed wood. We use a lot of lumber from the stores that come directly from the mills here in Northern California. And it's fascinating to see how they're managing it for future generations. They're actually pulling less timber out of the forest than is growing every year. So that's an incredibly sustainable plan.
This beats working at the shop.
This is work.
Oh, I know.
When the guys ask, it's hard work finding logs.